This is Artems.ai. What matters in tech and beyond. We are seeing a fundamental shift in how AI agents operate, moving from simple chat interfaces to embodied systems with long-term memory. This technical evolution is triggering a massive economic pivot. Let's start with the fact that most current AI agents suffer from a short-term memory problem. They can follow a prompt, but they struggle to remember that your specific travel backpack is always in the living room. What's most interesting here is a new framework called POLAR. Instead of just dumping raw logs into a context window, POLAR organizes information into a multimodal knowledge graph. It separates semantic memory, which is the actual experience of navigating a room. And here's the key part: by structuring memory this way, agents can actually reason through implicit requests. If you ask for your trip to go, the agent doesn't just look for a generic bag, it recalls a specific interaction from 3 months ago and realizes the backpack is the target. This proves that long-term personalization requires structured memory, not just a larger context window. Which brings us to the next story, because these capabilities are changing the balance sheet of the AI giants. Think about it. For a long time, companies like OpenAI and Anthropic relied on $20 a month subscriptions, but that is not enough to cover. What does this mean in practice? It means we have hit the November inflection point. Since late 2025, coding agents have become genuinely useful, and now the labs are pivoting to a high-ticket enterprise model. We are seeing a sudden shift where enterprise customers are no longer getting deep discounts but are paying full API pricing. Some companies, like Uber, have reportedly maxed out their budgets because their engineers are using agents so aggressively. The labs have realized that the real money is not in the consumer chatbot, but in the high token consumption of professional knowledge workers. And this drive for revenue is pushing the industry toward an unprecedented scale of infrastructure investment. Take Anthropic's recent expansion into Korea as an example. They are appointing new leadership in Seoul because the market there is adopting Claude at 3.5 times the expected rate. But the real story is the cost of the compute required to power these agents. Anthropic has entered into agreements to pay $1.25 billion per month for compute capacity through 2029. This is a staggering amount of money, and it suggests that these labs are prioritizing inference capacity over everything else. They are moving to cut out the middleman and sell directly to the enterprise, competing with tools like Xra and Copilot by integrating the agent harness directly into the model. The race is no longer just about who has the smartest model, but who can afford the most compute to keep those agents running 24/7. The convergence of structured memory and aggressive enterprise. Pricing marks the end of the experimental phase for AI. We are moving into an era where agents are not just tools, but expensive high-utility infrastructure for the global economy. This was the Artems.ai. Agent tune in tomorrow.